What are the big threes of Nintendo's big three? So the big three of video games is Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox, and most would agree that the big three of Nintendo is Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon. But within those game series, which games comprise their own big three? I think this is a pretty interesting question, so let's start out with Pokemon. Now, while it might be big today, Pokemon peaked in the 90s when it first came out, having the highest sales numbers of any of the Pokemon games, and it helped that there was a lot of hype created by the anime and trading cards. Not to mention that the oldest Pokemon games have the most returning Pokemon in the following games. So the first three Pokemon generations are definitely the big three. Moving on to Zelda, A Link to the Past defined how a good 2D action-adventure game should be, and Ocarina of Time defined how a good 3D action-adventure game should be made. And Breath of the Wild is just an amazing open-world game that helped shape the genre. Finally, we have Mario, where Super Mario Bros. Laid out the groundwork for how a good 2D platformer should be, and Super Mario 64 shaped how a good 3D platformer should be. The final spot was between Galaxy and Odyssey, two of the best Mario games of all time. In the end, I picked Odyssey because it's just a phenomenal open-world 3D platformer which helped shape the genre, and wow, I'm realizing how similar this sounds to the Zelda Big 3. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comments.